We want to be the glue. We want to be the rescuer. We want to come across as the emotionally mature one. And so we tell ourselves that it's love. But many times it's not love. It's control. Hi, my friend. Welcome to the Bounce Back Black Woman podcast. I'm Dell, and I've overcome some of the most devastating heartbreaks I could ever have imagined. Do you find yourself stuck in sadness after a broken heart, asking God, why me? Well, I'm here to help women just like you heal and build the resilience to overcome life's greatest hurts. If you long for joy and confidence again, this podcast is for you. So grab your headphones and those heartbreaks. Let's talk. Hey there, my friend, and welcome back to Bounce Back Black Woman. I have a question for you. Have you ever found yourself in a difficult relationship saying things like, if I just love them a little harder, if I just stay a little longer, maybe they'll change? And if you have, you're not alone, because I have too, friend. I have too. So this episode is one for the women who've been the fixer, the one holding it all together while slowly losing herself in the process. And today we're unpacking something that hits pretty deep: the emotional and spiritual exhaustion of staying too long in relationships that we know are not healthy. But we stay because we believe that our love will be the thing that saves them, that our love will be the thing that saves us all. And let's talk about why we do that, how it shows up, and what it means to lovingly walk away without guilt. Are you ready? Let's get it. I want to tell you about a time that I stayed too long. And I didn't just stay too long in a relationship. I stayed too long in a role. I played the role of the emotional anchor, the peacekeeper, the one trying to love them into their own healing. In other words, I played the role of the savior. I remember sitting in my car after yet another emotional hurdle, wondering, how did I get here? I'm strong, I'm smart, I'm resilient, but how in the world did I get to this place? How did I end up carrying both people's emotional baggage? And the truth, friend, is that no one ever forced me to carry someone else's load. It was my own emotional baggage, which came in the form of the need to be good, the need to be seen as better, the need to prove that I could stick it out. And that's what made me pick up that baggage that I was never meant to carry. You see, I wanted to feel like a good person, the better person, the loyal one who could handle it. I didn't want to be seen as the quitter, because that's what we were told, right? For better or for worse. But you see, my friend, it never is only about the other person. It takes two to do that dance. We just tend to give heavier weight to the kinds of transgressions that we can see, the kind that we can define, the kind that we can point to, and the kind that we can prove. Things like cheating, abuse, neglect. But what about the unseen stuff? The things that you can't see with the naked eye, the insecurity, the unhealed childhood wounds, the need to be the strong one just to prove our worth. That stuff is just as heavy, but for some reason we tend to spiritualize it because we think, or society makes us think, that it's noble. We think if I can fix it, maybe I'll finally feel safe. Or if I can love them into healing and being better, maybe I'll finally be loved back. But my friend, even those thoughts, the ones that sound righteous, can be self-centered and destructive. Because what they do is they keep us stuck in relationships where we're not loving. We're busy performing. We're busy proving. So let's talk about this a little bit deeper. Because when we fall into that fixer role, it's not always about the other person needing us to fix them. It's about us needing to feel needed, validated. We want to be the glue. We want to be the rescuer. We want to come across as the emotionally mature one. And so we tell ourselves that it's love. But many times it's not love. It's control, or it's fear, or it's a subconscious way of saying one of these things. If I can keep things together, I won't be abandoned. Or if I'm the bigger person, nobody can blame me. Or if I save them, then maybe I'll finally feel safe. I'll finally feel worthy. So let's be real, friend. That's not love. That is a survival strategy that's dressed up in sacrifice. And here's what I want you to hear today. You do not need to earn your worth through pain. You do not have to prove your goodness or your worthiness or your spirituality by staying in broken places. And you're not more holy or more healed because you stuck around longer than you should have. That's not love. That's martyrdom. And God didn't call you to be a martyr in your relationships. He called you to show up whole and healthy. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, dang, Del, I've made my whole identity about being the strong one, the forgiving one, the fixer, then I want to remind you of a truth that set me free. Let's anchor in this truth together because, and spoiler, this might sting a little bit, God never asked you to play savior. He, and He alone, is the only Savior. Galatians 6:5 from the New Living Translation says this, "For we are each responsible for our own conduct." Now that verse could feel a little harsh at first. I know that's what I thought. But hear me. It's actually very freeing. It teaches us that we are not responsible for someone else's healing. You are not accountable for the growth that they refuse to embrace. And you can love people deeply and still walk away when their choices are breaking you. Consider this your permission slip, my friend. You don't have to keep shrinking to stay. You don't have to keep fixing to be loved. You don't have to suffer to prove your loyalty. God already called you worthy, so you don't need their transformation to validate your own. So let's sit with this for a minute. And here's a journal prompt for you, because you know how I feel about journaling. What part of me believed that fixing them would finally make me feel safe, seen, or loved? I'm going to repeat that. What part of me believed that fixing them would finally make me feel safe, seen, or loved? And as you sit with that, let it rise, all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the relief, all the sadness. Let it rise without judgment. And be honest with yourself, because lying to yourself never gets you anywhere. And then I want you to ask this question. What would it look like to pour that kind of love and that kind of attention back into me and my growth? That's a powerful question because it assumes that you believe that you are worthy of your own rescue too. Now, before we wrap the episode, friend, I want to leave you with this. If this episode hit home, if you saw yourself in that fixer role, trying to hold it all together while slowly falling apart from the inside out, please don't go back into isolation. You don't have to process this alone. That's exactly why I created the Bounce Back Black Woman community. Inside that community, we are having real conversations, not surface level advice, but soul deep sisterhood, journal prompts, processing space, spiritual support, sister to sister support, because chances are someone else has walked through or is going through exactly what you are. And women who are not afraid to say, "Me too, friend, but I'm healing now." So if you've been carrying the weight of all of this by yourself, don't do it. Don't do it anymore. Come and be seen. Come and be supported. Come join us in community. The link to the group is in the show notes, or you can head to bouncebackblackwoman.com and click the community. I'll see you there together, friend. Well, that's it for today, my friend. I really hope this episode inspired, encouraged, or just plain comforted you. If so, please share it with a friend who might be struggling in her own healing journey. And if you take a moment to leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts, you'll help other women find encouragement through their heartbreak. Remember that God is holding your hand along this journey, and guess what? I'm holding the other. Life is short, so bounce back, Black woman.